Sweet. Okay, so welcome to the Team PassionFire team call. This week we have a guest speaker that I think everyone on the call knows, Mary Lauren. And the reason that I picked Mary Lauren to guest speak on this team call is I've had so many people say, what's Mary Lauren doing to build her team? Or, you know, people saying that they were inspired by Mary Lauren's team building skills, recruiting skills, all these different things. And it makes sense to just have Mary Lauren speak on a team call, record it, put it out there so everyone can see it. You can share it with your teams. And because I've never even asked Mary Lauren what she does, so I want to know too. She is probably one of the most well-branded coaches that I've ever seen within the team. I can literally, I'll be going through the newsfeed and Nick will be sitting beside me and go, is that girl's on Mary Lauren's team, right? And I'm like, yeah, how did you know? And he's like, it just looks like one of those girls from Mary Lauren's team. So obviously the branding is there if they even stand out in a photo. So I knew she needed to speak, and it's a great time of the year because it is the end of the year. It's the slow time of the year, but it's the time of the year where you build up to next year. If you go missing in action in October, November, and December, you will not reap the rewards of harvesting all the seeds you planted when January and February come. January and February are awesome if you keep pushing and you build now. If you've never been through the beginning of the year with us, it is an awesome time. Everyone sets their resolutions and everyone's ready to rock. But if you're not building those relationships with people at the end of the year, there's not going to be anybody at the beginning of the year who has that trust and that relationship with you. So you want to be building that now. So kicking off the middle of November with 6 weeks left of the year with a team call and recruiting, team building, and just some inspiration from someone else on the team seemed like a fabulous idea. I've never had a guest on the team call before. So with that being said, Mary Lauren joined the team a year ago. Mm-hmm. I can't remember if it was this month or last month was the month that Mary Lauren joined. Mary Lauren went, I think, Emerald was December last year?
It was 3 weeks in.
It was 3 weeks in. That's what I thought. So the first month of her business, Mary Lauren went Emerald. I think it was it January or December that you went Diamond?
February.
I knew it was sometime at the beginning of the year. Yeah. Okay, so February she went Diamond. So it was 6 months into the business that she went Diamond. She's been a solid Diamond, kept a solid team. Recruiting has been consistent. If you're on the team page, you know that. And one of the best things is how well she's duplicated that success within the team. Duplication is one of the hardest parts of this business. Something that so many of us say all the time is, I just can't get my coaches to get it. Why don't they get it? Why don't they get it? And Mary Lauren's coaches get it. She's got 2 coaches who are on the heels of Diamond. She's on the heels of making her fiance's account Diamond. She's got 3 diamonds shining right there in the rearview mirror right now. So with that being said, I'm going to be quiet and let Mary Lauren do the talking and share some insight with us on what she is doing to build the Dreamcatcher Coalition. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey. So I guess I'll start with recruiting. Yes, I started this business and I was ready to go. And I started recruiting right away. But I wasn't recruiting the right people. Not a lot of people know this, but December of last year, I wasn't even Emerald. I was a coach. Like, I had 5 inactive coaches and 1 active coach in December. And I was on the brink of just saying, like, screw this, because I felt like I was so close, and then nothing. So I decided to keep going, and then just 2 months later, I was Diamond. So that shows, like, if you're, like, discouraged right now, it could change in, like, a matter of months, but it depends on you. What I was doing back then, I wasn't really being me. It's kind of funny. I've talked to KP about this before, but when I first signed, I was looking around at the team and I was like, okay, this is a team full of military wives. And, you know, I felt like everyone was super clean cut, you know, wholesome Christian women. And I mean, if that's you, do you, that's fine. That's not me. And I felt as though I had to project what everyone else was projecting. Like KP was legit. She did like this Christian reading group whenever I first signed. And I was like, okay, so this is what I need to project. This is what I stopped taking photos of me in my like real clothes. I was just like kind of wearing sweaters or whatever. You know, I wasn't projecting who I really am. I wasn't being sarcastic or like just the me I am. And I was attracting people that weren't my brand. I was attracting people that I couldn't work well with, and we didn't connect as a team, and thus it fell apart. So there's a real importance, I feel, and this is what I like preach to my team, is be you. Don't, yes, talk about fitness, be positive, you know, but share you. You need to be as real as possible, because like you may do well, you may recruit, you may do well with this, but you're not necessarily going to be able to grow your team if you're not their brand. So once I started, I remember posting, it was one specific post of me in like a hippie getup, like my normal thing. And I got so much love on that post, like, oh, I love your style. Where'd you get it? Blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, people like me. Okay. So I'm going to run with it. And I just started, the ML was born, I guess. And that's when in January, attracted Allie. Soon after, attracted April. And my business started to grow. And I love my team. I feel like we are all a brand. Like as KP said, like I feel like we all jam together and you can kind of tell who's in DC. So I feel like that's like a key thing. You have to be you, be real. You are your brand. You are the product. Like the product, here's the product, here's you. Like people want you, not necessarily the challenge pack. So, yes, recruiting, be you. Now, also, I mean, and then the typical things, like I always say I harvest within challenge groups. So I'm always looking for my next coach in my challenge group. And that's the person that is posting the most. That's the person that is commenting on others' posts, you know, encouraging them and, you know, just driving other people. That's the coach I'm looking for. So I'm always in my challenge groups, like looking for people. And then of course, you know, definitely the people that have purchased a challenge pack, invested in a challenge pack, because then they're exposed to the products and either they're going to want that discount or they have this amazing transformation and they love it and they want to help others. So that's pretty much how I recruit. I'm digging and harvesting in my challenge groups, and I'm staying as real as I possibly can to attract the people that I actually feel I can work with. So next. What else would you like me to touch on? How I build my team?
Yeah. I had to unmute myself, sorry. Okay. I think that's like a really key point though. So many people want to be Amy Silverman or want to be, you know, Bonnie Engel, and that's awesome to take inspiration from those people, but you can't be Bonnie Engel because Bonnie Engel is Bonnie Engel. You can have that same personality, but that's not exactly you. And, you know, I think that sometimes it's hard to be ourselves, especially if you're newer to coaching or just newer to your fitness journey in general, I know I have changed worlds over from 3 years ago. And my business has changed with that too. And sometimes when you get started, you don't really know who you are.
Right.
But you discover it along the way, and it's okay to share the things about you that are maybe weird to you, because if it's something that's weird to you and something that you feel insecure about, there are other people out there who think that that is weird about them and that they're insecure about, and they're going to connect with you. Like, just real quickly, and then we'll move on to team building. One thing I remember Mary Lauren sharing that I know she was like panic mode about, it would just seem like something not a big deal. It wasn't even fitness related, where she was talking about, you were talking about your tooth and that like genetic, I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of issue with losing your tooth, and that's going to happen at some point, and you were really insecure about it. And I had no idea, but there were so many people commenting saying they had that same thing going on, and they were freaked out about it too. And it wasn't even fitness related, but that was like something that you felt was weird and you were insecure about, and you shared it, and there were all these people that you probably had no clue. I was like, I'd never even heard of it. And I was like, that's so cool. Just the little ways you can make connections with things you think make you weird or make you feel insecure. But yeah, so one of the biggest things to me that I admire about you is how close your team is. You guys are like BFFs. And like I said, you even kind of all look the same. Same general style. And you guys are just so close, and you cheer each other on all the time. And I think a lot of people want to know, how do I build that relationship? And I think a lot of times, I think that my guess is that you start it in your challenge groups, building that community vibe, and move it on over to your team page. But I know everyone definitely wants to know that. And I would love to hear too, how it is that you build that family within your team.
Yeah, sure. It definitely does start in the challenge groups. I feel like, whenever we see someone posting a whole lot, everyone gets the love, and we all love everybody. And then it does create that like family vibe within the challenge group. And then once they sign as coaches, it just comes right on over into our downline group. And I don't know, even if like when I first started, I had like 3 coaches, and I still made a downline group, like not necessarily, didn't name myself or anything, like wait for that, but didn't name the team, but just a place that we could all just talk. And I also run like, we have little side chats, so we just talk daily and just talk about what's going on and just BS pretty much. But, but yeah, so within my downline group, I've tried to make a point, like, I feel as though, yes, you need business, 100% you need to talk business, but also there needs to be like a happy medium. So there's the fun side, because for me, I feel as though I am a ruby, sapphire, pearl combo. And I feel like everyone is a little bit of something, maybe something a little stronger than the other, but we all have gems, all the gems, I think. I mean, I'm not so much emerald, but whatever. But I'm definitely sapphire, and that's like you thrive on the fun. And there's a big part of me, like, I need this to be fun. And that's where my girls come in. Like, we keep this fun together. Whenever we're stressed out, we just kind of like post fun things within the downline, or message each other and just keep it light, because I found that if you just focus all on business and just kind of plow it, it gets frustrating for people, and it's not fun anymore, and no one wants to listen to that. So as a leader, I've kind of brought myself, like, yes, I'm a leader, but I also walk with them. I don't want to seem like the dictator of the Dreamcatcher Coalition. I don't want to be the slave driver. I don't want to be that person that's like, every day, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm just the average Joe. I am right there with you, trying to hit Success Club and build relationships and make something of this. Like, I'm right there with you. So I keep that relationship with them, and we do it together. And like, another thing I make sure I do is I try to make them feel like they're all leaders, because they are. To me, I feel as though every single person on my team has the capability of being a top-notch coach. So I treat them all as leaders, and whenever they do something great, like for instance, the other day, one of my discount coaches, Misty, she came to me and she was like, okay, someone's asking about Shakeology. I don't really know what to say. And before I could even answer her, she answered and then sent it to me, and it was like, was this okay? And it was great. Like she didn't even like pound like what a lot of us do, like, oh, it's full of this vitamin, this vitamin. No, she just talked about what it does for her and how it makes her feel. And she sold a challenge pack. And so I took a screenshot of our conversation and I posted it in the group. And I was like, if you guys are wondering how to talk about Shakeology, take a note from Misty. Look how awesome this was. She killed it. And I try to like lift them up, my team up, when they do something well like that, because I need them to know and need them to feel like leaders so that they can also duplicate and be the leaders. So that's something key that I definitely try to do with my team. So yeah, we just kind of keep that relationship within. I try to post daily. I'll post challenge, like we have a challenge going on right now. It's a Power of 3 screenshot, and whoever posts the most consistently will get a $20 gift card at the end from this girl. So and I thought maybe a couple people would kind of want to do it, but surprisingly, like maybe half or 3/4 of the team have been throwing up screenshots, and already like business is booming. And I feel like everyone's confidence is going up, and like they're feeling more comfortable with reaching out daily instead of every so often. And it's been good. It's been really good. Like Sarah, I think she has a gig right now, my little performer. She has a gig, but she's at Success Club 8, just signed a coach tonight. It's been like 3 days since we've been doing this, and everyone's just like on fire. So just stuff like that to keep them going. Like every month we have a challenge within the group, and there's prizes at the end, and I just do stuff like that, and I try to make them feel like a part of a team, like we are together and we're working together towards something big. So yeah, that's what I do.
And I think that reminds me of something that I took a note from from Bonnie Engel in one of her videos. She was talking about investing, was it 20%, 10 or 20% back into your business? She talked about on the Best of the West, I think it was the Best of the West call, I can't remember, but she talked about investing that back into your business, because that's what anyone who runs their own business is going to do anyways, for marketing of any kind. And I kind of took a note from that, and I've kind of been doing the same thing, taking 10 to 20% and investing that into sponsored Facebook ads, or getting random stuff for people who are rocking it, or monthly Success Club prizes. I've been doing prizes in my groups just for participation. And I think that goes a long way when you're reinvesting, into your own team. And like, I noticed that you got like the cute little socks for everyone, and like I think a water bottle. I can't remember, but I've seen it all over Facebook, all the cute little gifts and everything. And I think that shows people that we care, that we really are a family. Like, I think it's hard sometimes for people to feel that vibe, but when you've been here for so long, you just naturally become a family. And so we're getting close to the end of the call, but I wanted to talk about, because I saw it I was watching a video today, and they were talking about how a lot of coaches say, I know I've said it before, but I don't say it often. A lot of coaches say, just give it a year, just be here in a year. And so since you've been here for a year and you stuck it out, even though you thought about quitting, everyone thinks about quitting in the beginning if they don't, because a lot of people think that, you know, when you run your own business, you're just going to take off immediately, not realizing that in this business, your profit margin is so much higher than opening your own business. If you go open a Chipotle, you're not going to make a profit for like 2 years. This business, you make, I had a friend, they opened a gas station, and they were in debt for over a year because of that investment you have to make to buy the store and the startup and everything. The only thing that we're investing in, we don't even have a startup cost if you order a challenge pack and you bought a fitness program and Shakeology, which is food. So you didn't really have a startup cost of this business. You're profitable from the go. And that's one of the really awesome things. But anyways, I just wanted to maybe have you share a little insight on how you feel about that statement. Just be here in a year and see how much further it takes you, because you might make, I know for me, I made like chump change for a couple of months.
Yeah.
It didn't seem worth it. You know, people were like, you make like $1 an hour, maybe. I was like, like, you know, and now I think it was like 2 weeks ago that I got my highest paycheck to date. It was like $950. I was like,
no, totally.
like a year ago, I would have laughed at you. Like
a year ago my checks were like, so my checks were like 50 a week, and I thought I was balling. I thought I was doing so great.
Shopping at Goodwill on non-sale days.
No, but really, like this time last year, yes, I had 6 coaches, but 2 I think were projected inactive, and I was seeing that they didn't want to work, and my checks were $50. And now I have a downline of what, 50 plus?
Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't counted, but yeah.
And of people that I truly connect with and want to work, well, not all of, I can't say all of them want to work, but a good chunk want to work. And it's incredible that, I mean, I'm not a big money talker, but I'm making a little more than 50 a week typically. So don't give up if like today you're like, I'm not doing so hot and I've only attracted 1 coach and whatever. Like, it can give it 1 year, but you have to be consistent. Like, don't say I'm going to give it a year and then post once a week and not try, because you didn't give it a year. You stayed a coach a year, but you didn't give it a year. Give it a solid year. Like, commit to doing your power of 3. Commit to being a product of the product and give it your all. Do as much as you can. And then after that year, if you have done everything by the book daily and you've seen no progress, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like that's not even remotely possible.
It's not.
But yeah, so definitely, sorry, I'm like coloring right now as I talk.
I saw Clifford, the big red dog.
Yeah, she likes to color in this specific book. I don't know, it's this one. So we're coloring. But yeah, keep it consistent and you will see, give it a year, keep it consistent, you'll definitely see growth. There's no way you won't. No. Is that good for inspiration?
Yes, it's okay.
Is that inspiring?
Yes, totally okay. And yeah, I mean, I didn't, my first ever paycheck was $14.99. I sold Combat the first week that it came out to someone like on accident in a group. I didn't even mean to. She was asking about workouts and I was like, oh yeah, Beachbody has some cool workouts. I'd been a coach for like 7 months and I hadn't even like tried. I was just like, people were just like, oh, that's that girl that does Insanity. And I never invited people. I just thought because I posted stuff, they would go to my link because I posted my link. I don't know. It was a long time ago and it was embarrassing. That
was my first check too. I think it was $14.95 or $14.99.
Yeah, it was like $14.
Yeah.
And then I hit Emerald and I started getting bonuses and all that. And it made more sense to me. And I think every year my weekly income has more than doubled since I actually started trying to coach. And I think that's one of those things. It doesn't seem like it adds up and maybe there can be ups and downs, but when you go back, you're consistently at least doubling your income when you actually stick to it and do things daily, even when it doesn't seem like it. Because just one dedicated coach on your team can completely change the game for you. Just one. And that is such a cool thing. You never realize it. And then all of a sudden you recruit someone that you didn't think was going to do anything, and they end up being like a rock star. I mean, Blake, I remember Blake, I posted about her anniversary yesterday of coaching. And, you know, she posted her link or whatever the first day that she was coaching, but she really wasn't that serious about going all in her business. She was pretty wishy-washy about it. And now she has one of the strongest teams. She's one of the strongest coaches within the whole downline, one of the strongest coaches within our upline team. And I had no clue that, you know, she would go this far. And so you just never know. You just have to keep investing in recruiting and sticking with it, and seeing what happens. And so that's really all I have to say. It's like I said, it's the end of the year. It's a harder time for people. People are worried about spending money on the holidays, and Thanksgiving is coming up. So why bother doing 21-day fix right now? I'm going to be doing 21-day fix on Thanksgiving. I even tried to make the excuse. I was like, Nick, are you sure? Because Thanksgiving is soon. And he was like, we can fit stuff in those containers though, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, well then stop making excuses. Like, oh, my bad. He was like, I told you I was going to win the Beachbody Challenge when I got home. Don't play. I was like, all right.
Where is he? He needs to be on this call.
He's downstairs with the kids. They're watching The Rescuers.
I'm offended.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. But anyways, right now is a great time to help people keep control of their nutrition, even if somebody thinks they're going to fall off the wagon on Thanksgiving. So what? It's one day out of the year. No bigs. Get them excited about this big December challenge group next month that Carl Deichler is running, and Autumn Calabrese is posting in the group herself almost daily. They're giving away a free t-shirt, other than getting the 21-day fix t-shirt, you're going to get a free t-shirt just for entering this end of the year group. That's like a different shirt. They're giving away 1,000 performance line samplers. They're giving away different specific financial prizes, like the $500 to $5,000 just for this group. Somebody's going to win $5,000 just for this end of the year transformation. And you know, those are the kind of things that get people excited and get people that want to be on the wagon. This group runs from the 1st to the 21st of December, I think. So that's before the holidays. Nobody's going to have any, but it's Christmas. It's perfect timing, the perfect time to get people fired up. People are sharing transformations in their daily. Like I said, Autumn's posting. It's a great time to get people on board. And honestly, if you have someone who you've been wanting to reach out to, like, now is the time, because they're going to get a following. They're going to get people excited, and they're going to get excited before the new year hits. Why not make some extra cash? Even if they only made $100 extra before Christmas, that was my whole Christmas as a kid. Like, that's a big deal. That's like gas money to drive to go see my mom and buy her dinner when I get there. She lives 3 hours away. But now is the time to be doing the harvesting that Mary Lauren was talking about. Those people you've been scared to talk to, holler at them. The holidays are a hard time financially, but this opportunity can help you financially if you take advantage of it. You plug into team calls, plug into the team page, stay active on your social media, be a crazy YouTube stalker like I am. Brooke is a crazy YouTube stalker. I don't know if anyone else is, but I type in elite Beachbody coach and stalk people. I type in recruiting tips, top coach, and stalk people. Those first videos that pop up have solid information. You can get out there and do the research, find someone that's kind of like you, see what they're doing, and make it your own. So anyways, like I said, it's the end of the year. We've got like 6-7 weeks left, and we can end this year. We're without a doubt going to end this year the strongest that we've ever been by I don't even know how much. I think last year we had like 150 people on the team, 175, something like that. This year we're going to end with probably close to 450, 500 people in the downline. That's just my downline. Like Team Impact has crazy people, but like me down, we've more than doubled in the past 12 months. So just think about that. A year from now, if you have 8 people now, that could be well over 16. You can do crazy things in a year in this business. And so I'm excited for the rest of the year. We are back on a weekly team call schedule. I think that we're either going to do Mondays right before the Team Impact team call or Wednesday nights. I'm not sure which one will work. I'm sure people have conflicts with both. Some people will conflict with church. Some people don't want to be on team calls all night. But we'll record them so that everyone can check it out, whether you work or whether you don't. I used to work. I know how that goes. So record them in the Year Strong. Get ready. If you're not already, just a quick note, if you don't know anything about Hammer and Chisel, check it out on YouTube. Check it out in the breaking news section, the details. There's already a Hammer and Chisel group on Facebook that Carl Deichler has set up. That's going to be a big launch. Our first time ever having 2 trainers. It's Autumn from 21 Day Fix, Sagi from Body Beast. This is a great challenge for people who really want to get that toned look. And if you have any friends who like to work out with their significant others, it's a great one for them to kind of pair that up. And match their personalities. It's going to be a really, really big launch if you make it a big launch. The launch will be non-existent for you if you don't start talking about it right now. 21 Day Fix, Body Beast, anything Autumn and anything Sagi will get you ready. Start talking about it, sending out those invites, and building those relationships. And let's end the year strong and start the year really strong too. January and February are killer months. They're going to be killer months for everybody. If you're on this team call, then I know you're serious and I know you're going to have a great year if you end it right this year. So anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.